Alright, it looks like we are live. We're gonna just give a couple minutes here just to make sure that everything is up and running. Just double check the sound is good. Alright, yep, looks like the sound's all good. Alright, we're gonna get rolling here in just a moment. Welcome in everybody to the drawing, if you will, and the current situation now with the 8th season of the Duracell Next Gen Cup Series concluded. I'm just going to give the warning ahead of time. If you have not seen the finale from Michigan that went live at 1 o'clock Eastern this afternoon, and you do not want spoilers, I would suggest turning off this stream right now. If you are okay with having spoilers of who won the championship and everything, then feel free to stick around. Same deal if you are a Light Series driver or have interest in the Light Series with its second season concluding yesterday afternoon. If you have not seen that finale and you do not want spoilers on who the champion is, I would suggest not watching this because we are going to be talking about everything in regards to the conclusion of season 8 into season 9, and we will be talking about the individuals that won said championships as if we are aware of who the title winners were. Okay, so just bear that in mind. If you don't want spoilers, then do not be watching this stream yet. So what we're going to do in this stream, I stated this back during the last live stream that I did in regards to charters for Season 9. I said that as soon as the checkered flag waved for the final race of the season for Duracell Next Gen Cup Series Season 8, those that had not claimed their charters for next season, that had them here in Season 8, this was the deadline. As soon as that checker flag waved, anyone that did not claim their charters, those charters are now null and void. They become open charters for people to be able to claim for Season 9. As of right now, we have quite a number of charters that were not claimed for the conclusion of this season into next. Now, two things that I'm going to state here. Number one, there is going to be some criteria as to you being able to put in for a charter for next season. I will explain those in just a minute. The second thing is we are actually going to completely eliminate 2 charters. Okay? Which means that this past season and the previous seasons, there was always guaranteed 40 drivers that would make every single race. We are eliminating 2 of the charters, making it now where only 38 guaranteed drivers will make each and every race through the charter system. This is for 2 reasons. Number 1, we had enough people not reclaim their charters from season 8 to season 9 to be able to do this. If we had ended up having say 38 of 40 people claim their charters, then we probably would have stuck still with the 40 car charter system. But we ended up having a grand total of 31 of 40 people that end up claiming their charters for next season from this season. Plus, as well, a 32nd charter was claimed from the Light Series champions. So, with that being said, we ended up having a total of 32 of 40 charters claimed, leaving 8 charters opened. With that being said, I don't think there's really that much in it of whittling it down from 8 available charters to now 6 available charters. This also gives the opportunity for teams that are going to run a part-time schedule, maybe a full-time non-charter schedule, to be able to make more races. Instead of it being 2 spots available in go or go home qualifying, there will now be 4 spots available. I feel that makes it a little bit more fair in that regard. So it does give us a little bit of flexibility. Let's go through here and show you what the situation was of what I had with who claimed charters, who did not claim charters in regards to who had them here in Season 8, who reclaimed them for Season 9, etc. So we're going to bring you to this beautiful little page over here, which may look somewhat familiar from the last stream. So as we go down, Sean Galligan has, if you haven't joined the Discord, the link to the Discord is usually in the video descriptions of all of the broadcasted Lights and Cup Series races. If you're not a part of the Discord, I would highly suggest being a part of it, specifically around this portion of the season, because there's tabs down there for both Lights and Cups called Silly Season, and a lot of announcements get posted there in regards to what's happening from Season 8 into Season 9, or from Season 2 into Season 3 in regards to Lights. So the announcement was made that Garage 55 is going to be putting out a 4th full-time car, and they will be looking to get a charter for Sean Galligan, who will be moving from the Light Series now up to the Cup Series in the number 44 Mazda. As you can see, he's on the list here, but no charter is secured as of yet. Nick Gunther, Anthony McCurry, they're returning with their respective charters. Autumn Brooks, who was a non-charter driver this past season, she'll be returning full-time next season under a non-charter capacity, because again, if you're not familiar, we have it now that each team can only have 3 chartered rides. So Autumn would not be able to get a charter. You cannot have 4 potential chartered drivers on a team. Autumn's going to be running for Lights Championship again in Season 3, but will run full-time and try to qualify into all races through a non-charter capacity, returning back to the 62. Fortnite Squad Racing, pretty straightforward for them. Both Carson Gum, Dylan Poteet returning. Levi McIntyre returns for Shadow Cult Racing. Jack Mitchell for Adrenaline Motorsports returns as well. Going to be in a Chevrolet Impala for Season 9. So this here is interesting because Joanna Atwood Motorsports, you got Osborne, Qualls, Moore. They're all returning. We're going to be talking about an alliance team that they're going to be having here in just a moment. All 3 drivers for Lake Effect Autosport, including, again, spoilers, I gave you the warning ahead of time, Alexander Rowe, the champion of Season 8 of Duracell Next Gen Cup Series, returns with his 2 teammates, Rookie of the Year Eric Monaco and Jesse Turner. For Haas Racing, right now, 2 drivers returning. Matt Haas, Reggie Fogelman, who's going to be moving from the 5 over to the 11. Kyler Sustre, first driver we see here with the yellow status, who was a charter driver, did not reclaim his charter. So that charter becomes completely open. It does not have an owner now. Bryce Egan, no word from him if he was returning, but he didn't have a charter at this point. Blue Oval Automotive, 2 teams. End of Season 8. Closing up. 2 teams that have produced either champions or multi-time winners. Blue Oval Automotive, who used to house Jordan Lopez, a former champion. Jose Mills, who's tied with Carson Gum for most all-time wins in Duracell Next Gen Cup Series history. Both Caleb Fogler and Benjamin Snyder did not announce that they were returning. Their charters null and void. A former champion in Caleb Fogler there. The 82 was the all-star car. It fluctuated between Chris Dollerton, Jordan Lopez, Jose Mills, Trey Wright. So, no, there was nobody that was returning to that car. That was the all-star car. And we'll talk about Zachary Fitzwater, who was with this team, in just a few moments. Another team that is folding up, closing its doors here, end of Season 8, Auto Junction Racing. tough to see that team go. It was Ryan Butcher that ended up putting that team together. I believe it was back at the start of season 2. Produced a lot of race winners in that organization. But Laura Chung, Summer Henson, Ryan Brommer, none of them announced that they were returning. Ryan Butcher is no longer in the series. He moved to an administrative role in season 8, so that team is folding as well. So that's a big Ford team, a big Toyota team that are not returning for season 9 and more than likely are out of the series completely. World NOS Racing. So Daniel Voiles, who was in the Final Four for the championship, he is returning in the number 26. Hiccup Bush, we saw him make a handful of starts this season, kind of came into the non-charter go or go home qualifying a little after the All-Star break, I think it was. Kyle Langland, we saw him make a number of starts as well, but of course he was running for Lights points in the 93. They have both announced that they are going to run for Cup points this season, and or season 9 I'm talking about, and they are both looking for charters. Llama Racing. So here's an interesting one. You got Cody Lamas, you got Kyle Matthews, Jessica Shelton. They're all going to now be part of Llama Racing. A big reason for that was because Charles Sanfer did not announce until very late towards the end of the season that he was returning. It was looking like S3 Motorsports was going to be folding up, and so Shelton and Matthews jumped over to Llama Racing. Well, Charles Sanford has announced that he is indeed returning, as we can see down here for S3 Motorsports, so we'll have to see what happens in regards to S3 Motorsports. It could be a single car team. Starting season 9. Northeast Motorsports, Casey Hoyt, Austin LaPlante, Connor Breton, they're all returning. You see no Benjamin Miles there. Why? Because he is a chartered driver, and you can't have more than 3 chartered drivers on a team. So Miles is actually moving over to a single car effort, which we'll talk about here in a moment. Michael Norman Motorsports, you got some changes going on over there as Daniel Bouchard did not announce that he was returning, so his charter is rendered null and void. Same for Cole Deaver up there for S3 Motorsports. I failed to mention that. Matt McIntyre will now move from the 21 to the 22 car. Michael Norman goes from the 22 to the 30, and they will bring on Zachary Fitzwater, who will be in the 59. Remember, Fitzwater was formerly of Blue Oval Automotive. That team is folding up, so Fitzwater comes over to Michael Norman Motorsports. Nathan Ormond, who was formerly with the team, is now in a single car effort, which we understand is going to be getting some technical support out of World NOS Racing. We still don't have a official team name for the 23 car. Young Motorsports, they're coming back with 3 of their 4 drivers returning. Dylan Young, Eric Sadler, who ended up ending out the season with a victory at Michigan, a 2-time winner in his rookie season, and R.J. Bishop, who was in the Final Four to compete for the title. Dustin Bolin, who was a 4-time winner this season, the only driver of that team that is not returning, so his charter is rendered null and void. And then you got the single car efforts down here with KB Racing Enterprises, Keith Batson in the 39. We're going to talk about that team here in just a moment. Napa Motorsports will be the single car effort for Benjamin Miles, moving from Northeast Motorsports. And then, as mentioned, Nathan Ormond, he's going to be moving over to a single car effort with help out of World NOS Racing. We still don't know what number, sponsor, team, what that's going to be, but we'll be getting that information, obviously, during the course of this offseason. So 31 of the 40 charters were reclaimed, which left a total of 9 charters that were rendered null and void. So, if we move over here to the roster page, those 9 charters rendered null and void, one of them is automatically claimed. Who is that driver that automatically claims it? It is the Light Series champion, Cody Majorek. Now, there was an interesting scenario here, and I was kind of wondering how it was going to be handled, but apparently we have the answer. So The reason why I was kind of skeptical of what was going to go on is because Joanna Atwood Motorsports is the team that fields the 70 car in the Light Series that Majorque won the championship with. There's no room to move up to Joanna Atwood Motorsports Cup Series teams since Qualls, Osborne, and Moore are all chartered drivers. So there's your 3 chartered drivers for the team. There has been an announcement that Cody Majorque will indeed take the charter in the Cup Series. He will run for Rookie of the Year in Season 9. He will be piloting the number 71 Chevrolet, which will be fielded out of the team known as, and I want to make sure that I have it correct, Q-Man Motorsports. Okay, I wanted to make absolutely certain that was what it was, Q-Man Motorsports, which is going to be owned by driver Quentin Moore. It will be a satellite team to Joanna Atwood Motorsports, which, based off the criteria of how the charter system works with only allowing 3 chartered drivers per team, that fits into the criteria. So Majorque moves up to the Cup Series. He'll be full-time, running for Rookie of the Year, and he will be a chartered ride, as virtue of being the defending Light Series champion. So let me actually just make sure that I put the correct team name here in the slot too, or else I will end up forgetting that. There you go. Q-Man Motorsports. All right, so with him taking that, if we scroll down here, that now means 32 charters have been claimed. 32 out of 40. And as I mentioned, we are now going to take 2 of the charters and we are going to completely eliminate them, which will leave 6 charters that are open. All right, let's run down the list of what we've got right now. For the drivers, this is the current lineup for who we've got that is currently in position to run next season. Dylan Young, returning to the 2. Hiccup Bush, going to run full-time. He will run for Rookie of the Year in Season 9. Looking for a charter. You see charter status, no charter, but he is looking for a charter. Matt Haas, back in the 8. Fogelman, now from the 5 to the 11. Eric Sadler, back in the 12. Jackson Haywood. All right, I mentioned I was going to be talking about KB Racing Enterprises here in just a moment. Words out of KB Racing Enterprises, Jackson Haywood, Light Series driver. If they can secure a charter, Jackson Haywood will be moving up to the Cup Series full-time in Season 9 to run for Rookie of the Year. He will be in the number 18 Ford Mustang. But only if they are able to secure a charter will Jackson run in Cup. If not, he'll be down in Lights again. Carson Gumb returns to the 19. We mentioned Matt McIntyre moves from the 21 to the 22. Casey Hoyt, winner of Rookie of the Year back in Season 7. He's returned to the 24. Miles in the 25, but over with his new team. Daniel Voiles back in the 26. Osborne back in the 27. Michael Norman now moves from the 22 to the 30. Dylan Pote back in the 31. Keith Batson in the 39. We mentioned Sean Galligan. He's moving up to the Cup Series full-time, looking to secure a charter out of Garage 55. Eric Monaco, Alexander Rowe, the defending champion, and Jesse Turner back in their 45, 46, and 47 cars respectively. Austin LaPlante in the 48. Gunther in the 55. Zachary Fitzwater moves over to Michael Norman Motorsports from the 83 number to now the number 59. Some schemes of his were posted on the Discord if you want to check those out on the Silly Season tab. Anthony McCurry comes back to the 61. Brooks back into the 62. Going to run as a non-charter entry. Qualls back in the 70. Majorque, as we mentioned, the now defending Light Series champion up to the Cup Series in the 71 for Q-Man Motorsports. Lamas returns in the 84. Breton in the 88. Moore in the 89. Langland, looking to secure a charter for next season, returns back to the 93. Shelton, former champion, back in the 94, but now the Project Dodge going to be fielded out of Llama Racing. RJ Bishop returns back to the 98. McIntyre to the 99. Mike Tellier and Seth Cole, they'll be splitting off a Cup Series ride out of Bishop Family Racing in the 00. Jack Mitchell is back in the 01. Charles Sanford returns back in the 03, and then Kyle Matthews in the 09, though moving over to Llama Racing. And then Nathan Normand, we still don't know what the number is going to be for Nathan, nor the team name, but he is returning as well. So, this is the situation, folks. You can see the title of this video is the Charter Draw. All right, so This is where we are going to basically determine who the remaining 6 charters are going to go to. Currently have a list compiled here of people who have said during the course of the season their plans to try and secure a charter for next season. Hiccup Bush, Kyle Langland, both out of World NOS Racing. We talked about Jackson Haywood. If they can secure a charter for KB Racing Enterprises, he will be running full-time in a charter capacity next season. And Sean Galligan moving up with Garage 55 to the Cup Series. Those 4 drivers right now in line to try and secure a charter. This is the opportunity for any lights drivers or any drivers that do not have a secured charter for next season to throw their name into the ring. I'm going to throw this out here, okay? If you are a driver that is already in a chartered capacity, you cannot sign up another driver, whether it be a friend, whether it be an alter ego. You cannot do that. This is only for people that have wanted to get into the Cup Series, have not been able to, those that maybe ran down in the Light Series this past season and have been looking for an opportunity to move their way into the Cup Series. This is your opportunity to be able to do so and to try and secure one of the available charters. If you are interested in trying to secure a charter for next season on the Cup side, it's very simple. Put your name in this chat. We will add your name to the list. We have a random name spinner that we will end up spinning at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So you've got about a little under 40 minutes to be able to secure your name in and on the list, and we will then spin for the 6 available charters for next season. Double check here on the chat. Callum Wales being a driver in the NR 2003 community. Yeah, I've not heard from Callum in a long time. There's a lot of people I haven't heard from in a long time. Let's see what else we got in our chat. RJ, we got Daniel Voyles, we got Nathan Normand. Nathan, if you want to let me know what your information is going to be for next season, like what number, even if you want to do your sponsor, your team name. Voyles let me know what your team name was going to be. Honestly, I'm not a fan of that team name. If you could come up with something else, then I would appreciate it. Got Hiccup Bush in the chat here. We've got Qualls. Jack Mitchell with an appearance in the chat there too. Oreo is returning to sponsor your 26. Okay, yeah, if anybody wants to give like updates on sponsors and stuff too, like Daniel just did right there, feel free. Daniel, I meant to message you, and like I can do it afterwards too. I know you posted that Cherry Coke Zero render in the silly season. If you have that car or that TGA at the ready to shoot to me, feel free. Again, anybody that is not already signed up for next season for a chartered ride in Cup, if you are interested in getting one of the 6 available charters, your name would be added to this list. Hey Nathan, how's it going? Nathan Stapleton, a 2-time Light Series winner this season. Didn't think this was a live video. Been busy all day. How was AEW? It was good. I will be honest. Send it to me on Discord DM. Perfect. Sounds good, Daniel. It was actually good from what I saw. I'm going to be honest with you. I slept through a good portion of it. I woke up for the end of, I think, 3 of the matches, and then was awake for the main event, but I slept through a good portion of it. So, yeah, Yeah, from what I was awake for, it was good. One of the match ends was really badly botched. The triple tag match had a botch at the end, but I mean, it is what it is. And then we got NXT Heatwave tonight. That's why this drawing is going to be taking place at 7 o'clock, because I'm not going to be on here much past that point. Really miss Robert Band being the name of the 2003 community. Me too. I've tried getting in touch with a lot of the people that were part of the older group of drivers here in NCRA. Um, Robert Band used to be NASCAR fan 328 here on YouTube, and his YouTube account doesn't exist anymore. Uh, Bob Jones tried getting in touch with him. I think the only way that I was able to be in contact with him was Skype, and obviously that's gone. Same for Ralph Mason. The only way I was able to get in contact with him was Skype. I messaged him, oh, was it a couple of years ago? Never got a reply. So I've tried touching base with some of the OGs from back in the day. Um, Maybe two of the ones that would be like from that OG group that I've been able to get back in contact with were Danny Wells and Sean Galligan. Now with doing Fortnite with them, Joshua Collard I guess would fit into that as well. Uh, Tell us, Seth, about our affiliate program for your team yet? Yes, Nathan, he did tell me about the affiliate, which is fine. I would appreciate it if you came up with a different name for your team, however. Um, and I let Daniel know that as well. So if you could come up with a better team name, then that would be appreciated. If you're returning to the number 23 and everything, let me know. Take me back. I remembered when I first came into the Under 2000 community in 2011. Yeah, I know, Qualls, right? I remember there was one night, Joven and I, we were going down the list of drivers that were back in like the first seasons of Oreo Trucks Mobile 1 and Snickers Cup Series, and it was a bunch of different names there. One of the names was John Dillon. John Dillon was he, along with Timmy Paccioli and Sean Galligan, were the first people to introduce me to Skype. Slept into Minecraft Disney was addictive last night. About to get on again shortly. Yep, more wrestling tonight, indeed. So again, I'm not 100% certain. So here's the thing: if we end up having only 6 people here by time we get to 7 o'clock that sign up for these 6 available charters, we won't even bother to do the wheel because there's 6 charters open. What's the point of doing the wheel? 6 drivers, 6 charters, there you go. If we end up having, we right now have 4 drivers that are in line for the 6 charters, so right now they're currently sitting at guaranteed to have charters for next season. If we put you up for running a charter, okay, you got it, Nathan. I'm also going to state this as well. I probably should have done this ahead of time. If you end up getting a chartered ride for Cup, you still can run in the Lights series, but you cannot run for Lights points. Okay, does that make sense? So you may have noticed this past season, Jack Mitchell, R.J. Bishop, Dylan Young, Eric Sadler, Daniel Voiles, let's see, who else? Nick Gunther, Anthony McCurry, Carson Gum. I know I'm missing some other drivers that ran some all-star cars, if you will, for respective teams. Go to the case of Daniel Voiles. He ran a good portion, like almost the entire second half of the Light Series schedule. That is allowed. You are allowed to do that. Run an all-star car for your Lights team, but you cannot run for Lights points if you are a chartered driver in the Cup Series. So in the case of point of using Daniel Voiles again as an example, he was running for Cup points. He was only scored Cup points, But in the light series, he had a 0 in the points column. He could still field a car, which was perfectly fine. But he could not. You cannot run for both Cup and Lights points. So, in the case here of, say, with Nathan Stapleton, now having his name on the list here, he ran for Lights points this past season, won 2 races, was in the hunt to maybe get his way up into the playoffs. Now, if he's a charter driver here in the Cup Series, he can run full-time in Lights, but he would not be able to run for Lights points. So hopefully that makes things clear for everybody in that regard. Does everyone already made throwback and gaming requests from Season 8? Would drivers like myself get to keep that throwback and gaming schemes, or do we have to redo them? No. If you want to keep the same ones from season to season, that's fine. That's not a problem. We're going to end up getting to a point here, too. Daniel brings that up, so I'll just mention this as well. At some point down the line here, once we end up sorting out the charter situation here for the Cup Series, there'll be a point where we will end up having Light Series signups. There will be a point where we will have a video coming out that will be in regards to what Daniel's talking about, where you will be able to give what you are going to want to run for the throwback race, which is going to be at Darlington, for the game-themed race, the Throne of Games race is going to be coming back. I have not determined whether we're going back to Donkey Kong Jungle Raceway or not. There are going to be a couple of edits to the schedule, but not much. And then we're going to have a music-themed race at Nashville Super Speedway, and then we're going to have a movie-themed race. Not yet 100% certain where that venue is going to be. Potentially Auto Club, but not confirmed at this point in time. There will be a video that will come out for people to be able to let me know what they're going to be doing in regards of those 4 types of schemes, should they want them for those races. Like I said, this is going to be a somewhat lengthy off season because I am basically putting everything in line for next season, so that way I don't have to do work during the season on stuff. Just based on the fact that schedule may end up getting hectic as we continue on, I want to make sure that there's going to be enough time for recording the races and not having to be like, oh, well, we're now coming up here on, say, the Darlington race, and these throwback schemes are not done yet. Now we have to push it back. We're going to try and work that out. I'm also, I should mention this too, I'm also going to be making it where we've had regular races at a scheduled time during the course of the weekends. And so we've ended up having night races run at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Based off of whatever tracks we end up going to when the schedule is put together, we may end up having where races will take place at night rather than in the afternoon. So the schedules will kind of fluctuate in that regard. Sean, you are currently up for a charter in the series. So you are in the 44 for next season for Garage 55. And right now, in about 26 minutes, we will be potentially doing a wheel spin for drivers to be able to get charters. You are currently on that list of drivers that would potentially secure a charter for next season. Trent Dunham being a driver in the 2003 community. Trent's actually still around. He just, for the most part, I don't think is really in any series anymore. I know he's in Sean's series. I'm not sure if he's in anybody else's. But Trent's still around. Indeed, Egg. I didn't know that when I sent in the I Prevail car. Yeah, a lot of online series, and I think I ended up having the same deal. I think it was a Nashville short track though, where I had a music themed race, and so I'm kind of bringing it over into the offline side as well here. So yeah, there's gonna be at least 4 themed races that are going to be taking place. We may end up, I'm not 100% certain, but we may end up having the Clash at the beginning of the season at a different venue as well. Qual sent me a track that I haven't yet done a lot of testing at, but it looks pretty cool, and it may end up being the venue where our Clash takes place at. So if I'm not mistaken, that'll be what, the third or fourth different venue that we've run the Clash at now. We've done Bowman Gray. We did LA Coliseum. I think we did a different venue back in the early seasons of Duracell as well. Got Benjamin Miles in the chat there. Fitzy there as well. Actually, while we're waiting, because we still have 24 minutes before we end up doing the potential draw for charters. Again, if you do not have a charter for next season and you would like to be in the running for one of the 6 open charters right now, you can put your name in the chat and I will put your name on the list. Right now we got Hiccup Bush, Jackson Haywood, Sean Galligan, Kyle Langland, and Nathan Stapleton. Nathan, if you are still here, just so that way I have this all in line here too. I'm assuming, but I don't want to get it wrong. I'm assuming that if you end up getting a chartered ride for next season, then you're looking to be in the 97. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going out on a limb since you've run that the last 2 seasons in lights, but just confirm that for me. I'm going to put it tentatively there. No, when I did my Coke Zero Scar, I accidentally put it on the wrong file. Oh, that's not good. How is Breton still in this? I mean, he still follows the series and everything, and announced he was returning for next season. So there he is, 97 if possible. You got it. Yep, 97 is open. So there's your current things. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got some stuff that's been posted already here just moments ago too. So let's show a little of what's been going on for silly season. For season 9. And this goes back to February. Yoink. Alright. So here we go. Again, if you're not part of the Discord, come on over, be a part of it. This tab right here. Cup Series Silly Season. A lot of stuff going to be posted in here during the next month or so with paint scheme reveals and all that kind of good stuff. So, Quentin Moore going to have Blaster as a new sponsor on his 89 for next season. Joshua Osborne going to have Walmart. There's that Coke Cherry Zero Sugar car I was talking about for Daniel Voiles. He posted this back in March, and I believe he's sent it to me here as well. He had Jack Mitchell teasing something for season 9, and there you go. Chevrolet Impala going to be the manufacturer for his 01s in season 9. Skag Equipment going to be sponsoring another sponsor for Joshua Osborne. You got Benjamin Miles announcing his sponsorships. The Napa, Hertz, and Marriott cars are actually already painted. The RTS one is not yet. So, the kind of spoilers, I guess. There was the teaser there from Cody Lamas. And obviously, we now know that Shelton, Cody, and Matthews going to be drivers there out of Llama Racing. Llama Racing going to be a multi-car team for the first time since its inception. This most recently, about 10 days ago, James Quall's reveal of his Castrol GTX Chevrolet for next season. There is the 44 Hartlepool Mazda. That'll be out of Garage 55 for Sean Galligan. Zachary Fitzwater moving over to the 59 for Michael Norman Motorsports, bringing all of his sponsors from Blue Oval Automotive over to that team, Pertec, Foster's, and Jimmy John's. Matt McIntyre moving from the 21 now to the 22 for Michael Norman Motorsports. Brings over the familiar looks of the Mako Mermaids, Pepsi, and Mac Tools, but also going to have Holiday World's legend and a Britt Allcroft tribute Thomas the Tank Engine scheme. This was announced yesterday after Cody Majorek won the championship in lights. as he moves up to the Cup Series for Q-Man Motorsports. Going to be in the 71 Chevrolet. That team going to be getting a lot of support out of Joanna Atwood Motorsports, but a satellite team from JAM. And then this most recently posted here by RJ Bishop. Schemes that he'll be running for next season with Kroger, along with Bush Beer, Body Armor, Monster Energy, Takis, and Snap-on for his throwback scheme. And if I remember correctly, I believe this throwback scheme is a throwback to a car that his father raced. So this is a pretty cool looking throwback, which we will obviously see at Darlington. Yes, there is an NSRA Discord. I don't know if it's in the description of this stream. Let me just double check. It might be, it might not be. It's not, but it is in the description of most of the race videos that are posted. Do I know how Adam Chambers is doing? No, his Cooten V3 YouTube channel is gone. So I have no idea what's going on with Chambers now. Didn't Adam Chambers used to be Qualls? No, Adam Chambers was entirely separate from Qualls. I don't know what's going on with him though, because as I said, his YouTube channel is no longer exists. So we got about 18 minutes here. Before we end up giving away these charters, if you will. We'll have to see if we end up not getting all 6 charters even claimed here, because this is the claim video. We're not going to put out another one afterwards. This is where the charters are basically going to be claimed, and that's it. If we end up only having 5 people sign up for 6 charters, then we're just going to get rid of the other charter, and we'll just have a total of 37 charter drivers for the next season, and that'll have an opportunity for up to 5 drivers to be able to get in every week for a non-charter capacity every week. Let's see if it works. What are we seeing if it works, LaPlante? By the way, welcome to the chat as well. Again, to anybody that's watching right now, if you're seeing what we'll run down the sponsors here. If you see any sponsors that you want to have for your car next season, you can let me know right now. This is what I currently have listed for everyone based on the information that I currently have. Under Nathan Norman Motorsports. Okay. Is it still the 23? Because I need to know that too. I need to know what number it's going to be. If it's still the 23 or if Nathan wants a different number. Alright, so this is what I've got right now for the sponsors. Again, if you want anything added... Oh, the Discord invite link. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it should still work. Alrighty. So, this is what I currently have. If you want anything added to your sponsor list, you can let me know right now. So for Dylan Young, we've got Hooters, Coca-Cola, and We the Coasters. I believe there's 2 other sponsors that I'm not remembering that have been announced, but that's what I currently have on the list here. Hiccup Bush currently have Brant. For Matt Haas, we've got Endurance Karting, M&M's, and iRacing. For Reggie Fogelman, he's now going to bring Maxwell House over to his team with Destin Bolin not returning. He will also have Taco Bell. Eric Sadler, going to have some new looks for Season 9 as he's got Home Depot, the Moose, and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa Hawkeyes will sponsor him for the Iowa race. Yes, that is returning to the schedule, by the way. Jackson Haywood right now is looking like he will more than likely get a charter for next season, but we don't know what his sponsorship's going to be. Carson Gum, Fastenal, and Noah. Matt McIntyre with Mako Mermaids, Pepsi, Mac Tools, Thomas the Tank Engine Tribute, and Holiday World Legend. We showed those 5 schemes just moments ago. They've been revealed over on the Discord Silly Season page. Casey Hoyt with HEB and Raising Canes, Benjamin Miles with Napa, Hertz, Marriott, and RTS, Daniel Voiles with Cherry Coke Zero Sugar and Oreo, Joshua Osborne with Skag, Walmart, and Melling, Michael Norman with Kinetic and WWE, Dylan Pote currently with Castrol Edge, Keith Batson currently with Sprite, Sean Galligan currently with Hartlepool, Eric Monaco with Shell and PNC Bank, Alexander Rowe with Dunkin' Donuts and Beef O'Brady's, Air Force and Old Spice for Jesse Turner, Austin LaPlante currently had Ally and Lowe's. We don't know if those are returning or not. Nick Gunther with Mimniq 787B. There's also potential other sponsors that's going to be there, like Square D. What was the other one? There was another one that was a possibility as well, and I can't remember what it was. That was going to be on his number 55. But again, this is just the bare bones. We're putting the meat on those bones here during the course of the next couple of weeks. Zachary Fitzwater, we showed his new schemes with Michael Moore Motorsports, with Jimmy John's, Pertec, and Foster's. Anthony McCrory with Celsius, Panda Express, and the Rexy Imzacar tribute. Autumn Brooks with Spider-Man. James Qualls with Castro GTX, Wix Filters, Cody Majoric, we showed his new car for Season 9, Daylight Donuts, and Y'all Sweet Tea. Cody Lamas, we don't know if all the sponsors that he had are returning next season or if there's going to be some slight changes. He had Curvana, he had Florida Panthers, and he had Advent Health. You got Connor Breton with Vitamin Water and Interstate Batteries, Quentin Moore with Blaster and Love's Travel Stops, Kyle Langland with Icebreakers, Jessica Shelton, who had Coke C2, McDonald's, Mac Tonight, and trying to remember what that other one was. Was it Coca-Cola? Can't remember. It was a 4th car though. Got RJ Bishop. We just showed his reveal of what his sponsors are all going to be. I'll be putting them here on the list momentarily. Levi McIntyre with Sprite Zero Sugar and Nutella. Mike Tellier, Seth Cole, I believe those cars have actually just been revealed in the Discord of what those sponsors are going to be. Jack Mitchell with Ally, Altitude Graphics, McDonald's. We also know that there's going to be an I Prevail car, and there's going to be a Sonic something. I forgot what the second word was, but there's a Sonic related car. Charles Sanford with GoBowling.com and Reese's, Kyle Matthews with Mellow Yellow, Scene 75 and We the Coasters, and then Nathan Ormond. We'll wait to see what his sponsors are going to be. We've just gotten word in the chat that it is Nathan Ormond Motorsports, and it will still indeed be the 23 car, and obviously getting its equipment help out of World NOS Racing. It is going to be a Ford Mustang Dark Horse. All right. We'll see if Ormond continues the sponsors he had from last season, which I think were Xbox, Nike, and Disney Plus. All right, let's check the chat here real quick. Still the NCAA champion, Mobile One Cup Series season 6 or 7. I think it was season 6, if I remember correctly. Which my memory is not good, but I think it was season 6. Yeah, John Worry was nice. I remember John Worry. John Worry and what was the other name that he used to have? Was it Ziggy Bane? Was Ziggy Bane a name I think that John Worry used to sign up with as well? Miss Eric Burton. Eric's still around, I think. I think his YouTube channel name is different, but I'm pretty sure that he's still around. Used to be Mark Jeff 531, but I'm pretty sure he still is around and still makes videos. It's just his YouTube channel's under a different name. Might as well review some. Mine in the next few minutes. Okay, Lowe's Ally sponsors return as well. Anything else specifically? I need even. I mean, if you want to ahead of time, like reveal like what you want for a throwback scheme or anything like that, you can do that now if you so choose. It's not required because, like I said, there is going to be a video that'll be going out in specifically regards to that. So you can do it now. You can do it now later. Sean, we haven't drawn for the Charters yet. We haven't gotten to that point yet. We gotta wait for another 9 minutes before we do that stuff. Throwback Lowe's car for Darlington. Okay, Cody says he's keeping all of his. So put all that in there. Carvana. Florida Panthers. And Advent Health. Okay. Or we'll keep the same sponsors for season 9. Okay. So Xbox, Disney Plus, and Nike. Alright. You encourage you to do a Lowe's throwback scheme for Darlington just to confuse people. Yeah. Oh wait, that's right. Brandon Bain, Ziggy Bane. That wasn't the same as John Worry. What was the other name that John Worry used to sign up with then? Was it Kristen? Maybe it was Kristen Worry. That might be what it was. We're 8 minutes away from the draw, people, here for the 6 available charters for next season. We have 5 people currently that are signed up for said charters. Hiccup Bush, Jackson Haywood, Sean Galligan, Kyle Langland, Nathan Stapleton. If you want your name on that list, put it in the chat. If we end up having only these 5 individuals when the clock strikes 7 p.m. my time, those 5 will get chartered rides for next season. That 6th open charter, guess where it's going? It's gone. We'll have 3 charters that will be gone from season 8 to season 9, which means that 37 drivers will be guaranteed into each week's field, and 5 drivers will be able, a maximum of 5 drivers will be able to get in through a non-charter capacity every week. Also be sure to when I finally get to 2,000 subscribers. We're getting there. We're at 1,800. We're getting there. We will end up having, as I said, keep your eyes out. They will more than likely be videos. They will more than likely not be live streams. This one is so that way we're able to have if we end up having more than 6 people on the list, it was going to be live, so that way if we did like the wheel spin and everything, it was going to be happening live so people can say it's rigged or something like that, all that kind of stuff. But we will more than likely have the Lights series signups be a sign-up video, not a stream. We will have the signing up for the special races, the themed races, the music race, the gaming race, the throwback race, and the movie race. We'll be having that be a video, not a live stream. There was another one that I was going to put out as well, and I don't remember what it was in regards to. So we got 5 minutes left. And right now, these 5 drivers looking in good shape to be chartered drivers for next season, which would make our Rookie of the Year battle. We had what, 4 full-time rookies this past season that were chartered drivers. Oh, okay. We had 5 rookies that ran full-time. Bryce Egan was a non-charter driver. This upcoming season, right now, provided these drivers get their charters, which is looking like they will, we would end up having Hiccup Bush, Jackson Haywood, Sean Galligan, Cody Majorek, and Kyle Langland running for Rookie of the Year honors. So that'd be 5 full-time chartered rookies for next season. Voyos, if you're still in here, did I end up reading somewhere where Cheddar's was going to be a Cup Series sponsor of yours, or was that just for lights? Because when I saw the lights car name, it made me remember that I couldn't remember if you announced that Cheddar's was also going to be a spot. Let me just check back in the paint scheme reveal thing too. I don't know why. In the back of my head, I'm kind of remembering something about that, and I'd forgotten about it. Yes, okay, you did actually say that on there. Okay, so let me write that down too, because I did not remember that in your announcement thing. Glad I spotted that there with your car file name. And thank you for sending the cars, by the way. Names that I really wish would come back include Barney Ward. Barney Ward, he still, I think, posts on YouTube. Is my sponsor in lights. And it was an associate sponsor for Cup. Oh, okay. Alright. I thought it said that it was coming on for Cup as well. Alright, Timmy Pacioli. I don't know what Timmy's doing anymore. I think he's in I think he's doing iRacing. Stefan Papies. Papies is still around, I think. Ask Sean. Pretty sure he races over he's in Sean's series. Chris Summers. Don't know what he's doing. Henley's doing football stuff. He did some football related things on his channel. I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but he did have something going on with his channel. I think it was last year. Charles Jackson, somebody I think said they saw something of his not too long ago. James McLeod, when's the last time I talked with him? Last year? Last year. He's in Australia now. McLeod moved down there to be with his partner. Brian LaFleur Jr. LaFleur's still around. He does a lot of diecast reviews now. Yeah, Papias only, as far as I'm aware, does Galligan series, as Qual said. Okay. We are less than a minute away. As soon as that clock hits 7 o'clock, these 5 drivers are getting charters. And we will have only 37 chartered rides for next season. There will be 5 open slots each week in Season 9 of Cup. There it is, 7 o'clock. It's official. Hiccup Bush, Jackson Haywood, Sean Galligan, Kyle Langland, Nathan Stapleton are all going to have chartered rides for Season 9 of Duracell Next Gen Cup Series. Again, I said it before, and I will repeat myself. For those that have gotten these chartered rides here for Cup, this does not mean that you cannot run in the Light Series. You can run in the Light Series, but you will not get points for the Light Series. You will only get Cup Series points. Trying to remember. Is it NS Racing? Let me just double check. What was it for Stapleton? Yes, NS Racing. Okay. Powerade, and I think JBL was the sponsors. Ford. And we can change a bunch of these no charters to charters. Charter for Stapleton, a charter for Langland, a charter for, charter for Galligan. Oh, darn it. Charter for Jackson Haywood, and a charter for Hiccup Bush. So there you go. There we have it. We're going to have 37 chartered drivers for next season, which means that there will each week be 5 available spots for, I guess, your sponsors. I just basically typed in what you had from Lights this past season. If you want anything added to it for your sponsors, let me know, Nathan. But yeah, there will be 5 available open ride slots available each week for season 9. There will only be 37 drivers that will be locked into the field every single week through the charter system. So there you go. So congratulations to everybody that got charters here. This is a look at what your lineup is going to look like going into season 9 as far as the charter system is concerned. And we will have more coming out here in the next few weeks and everything. Again, if you're not part of the Discord, I would suggest being a part of it, keeping track in the silly season area there. We'll have paint scheme reveals and everything, maybe some more sponsor announcements from different drivers, different teams, whatever the case may be. We also are going to have the Light Series signups taking place at some point, so stay tuned for that. We will also have a video where you'll be able to sign up for what you want for your sponsors for our 4 themed races that'll be in season 9. Throwback weekend at Darlington, movie weekend, music themed weekend at Nashville Super Speedway, and then game, like video game, whatever related themed race at, not sure yet. I don't think it's going to be Donkey Kong Jungle Raceway, but not sure yet. Also, we're going to have potentially some videos coming out as well, revealing the official schedules for Lights and Cup. For the most part, a lot of those tracks are going to be staying right where they are. A couple might end up getting some edits, but for the most part, I think the schedules will look very similar from the previous seasons to the upcoming seasons. There will maybe be a couple of changes here and there. Is the Next Gen Cup Series equal ratings, or is there ratings to it? Okay, to answer that question, yes, they are equal ratings. If you notice over here where it shows strength, and you can do this right now if you want to. Let me bring this up so that way it kind of shows you what this entails. So they are all equal ratings, 100%. What the strength thing is over here is, let's use an example here. Who can we do? Matt Haas. Matt Haas strength road course. Okay, so let's look at Matt Haas's ratings. As you can see, oh, did I not? Oh, maybe that was for last time. Oh, okay, never mind. So this was from season 7 to season 8. But yeah, they are all equal ratings. They're all 60-80 with the engine reliability between 80 and 100. But they all are the same. I thought that I ended up doing, and I think it was back in season 7 where people could, I think it was like 5 or 10 better strength in one category for a particular track. But I think that was season 7. I didn't do that for season 8. So actually, I don't even know why this is on the chart. This can actually go away. But yep, they're all equal ratings. All right. Well, that's going to do it. Congratulations to everybody that got charters. Looking forward to the next season of Duracell Next Gen Cup Series. Be on the lookout for those videos that I talked about. That'll be coming out here in the next couple of weeks as we start to get everything prepared and ready for Season 9 of Cup and Season 3 of Lights. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys later.